Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Hybrid Movies. This is episode something. I don't remember the exact number, but how is everyone doing today? I'm Nick, your host, and I'm joined by Luke.
Hey guys, what's up?
James.
Hi, Delio, neighborinos. How you all doing?
Yeah, and we got Michael, aka Farewell34.
What a dooski, guys. Glad to be back on HN Movies.
Yeah, so how's everyone doing tonight before we get into these great topics? Because we do have a really good show lined up. I think there's a lot of interesting topics, that some stuff that I've been definitely looking forward to, like, you know, movies that have been announced, characters joining movies, things like that, new trailers.
Definitely.
Michael, what have you been up to today?
I've been honestly not feeling the best.
Yeah.
My eyes all puffy and red, and my throat's been fairly sore, so I've been just resting for the most part. Yeah, that's what I've been up to.
Okay. James, anything new?
I've been running a few errands, taking my brother to dance, mowing the front lawn, and trying to keep cool because it is sweltering out here in the DC area.
Wow. Okay. That's interesting. Luke, how's your job going? What's so?
Yeah, I guess I'm already fired. I don't know because I can't clock in anymore for my last week.
He basically said Amazing Spider-Man 2 was the best, and they said, what?
Yeah, my boss clearly cares, so she threw me out on my tookus.
Yeah.
I couldn't even get my jacket from wardrobe, and it was raining, and it hailed for a little bit, and I got hurt.
That's why you come home and do shots and lasagna.
Yeah, steaming plate of lasagna for me when I came home.
No, you pour your shots on the lasagna.
I poured my lasagna into shot glasses.
Yeah. You just throw it in the milkshake machine and
Yeah.
liquid lasagna.
This is dumb.
Oh, you mean La Sagana? I love that.
Yeah. Whatever that Garfield cat eats, or I don't know.
that Garfield cat.
What have I been up to? Not a whole lot. I've been drinking all day. That's about it. Yeah.
Kool-Aid.
Yeah, Kool-Aid. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, sure.
Cherry Kool-Aid.
Yeah, I'm still here. Sorry, my headphones decided to mess up on me.
Okay, no worries. So as we get into the first segment of our show, we talk about the movies that we recently saw, and then we kind of, look forward to the week ahead and the week in advance. So, Michael, is there anything that you got to catch over the past week here?
Yes, so I'm done school now, so I can get on my movies every single week. There should be no issues there, so that's good to hear. So I saw The Circle this week. I mentioned last episode that I wasn't really looking forward to it. I thought the trailers looked pretty stupid. That being said, I saw it a couple more times, and I thought, the technology aspect might be cool. That being said, I was right. It was a dumb movie.
It's a stinker.
It's a stinker. It's
okay.
In terms of the tone, I mean, you think it's going to be this company, the Emma Watson's character and company are going to try and overthrow, but it ends up not being the case, really. Terrible acting by some people. Story is dumb. Pacing, it's boring. It's bland. I think I give it a 4.5 out of 5. That's what I gave in my review, at least. I really think the concepts in that film were solid.
Yeah.
They could have been executed much better, though. And overall, it was just a fairly subpar movie. And 4.5 out of 10.
That's a shame, because that had Emma Watson, Tom Hanks, and John Boyega or whatever. So,
and it actually had the late Bill Paxton. He was also in this movie. It was his last movie, if I'm not mistaken.
Interesting.
That's a shame.
Yeah, Patton Oswalt. Oswald. He's in this as well. So it's a shame. It really is. Okay.
Interesting. James, did you catch anything this past week?
I'll be honest. This week was a total crapshoot. I thought about maybe going to see The Circle, but after watching some reviews, it's just like, I don't think this movie's for me. I think the only other movie that came out was How to Be a Latin Lover and
Slate.
One of my managers said he went to go see Slate, and he said it was pretty good.
Yeah, isn't that movie funded by the WWE or something? Or
they
okay.
They funded and produced it.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Also, you don't gotta pay the actors much because they just get the wrestlers in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, John Cena's going to be in that Wall movie where he plays a U.S. soldier.
Oh, I saw the trailer for that. That's an elevation pictures.
Oh, yeah.
That actually looks good though. Like he looks good in that role.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm looking forward to that movie. I think it comes out in like I want to say 2 weeks or something.
Yeah, I'm interested in that one as well. But yeah, James.
Okay, all right. Luke, did you see anything recently? Any movies you caught? Home video? Anything?
I saw The Hobbit.
The Hobbit.
Which one?
I thought you saw a Hobbit. I was like, where?
Tell me.
On the street. He's right here.
His name was Gimby.
Gimby the Hobbit.
Mm.
But I saw. I don't remember what it was. I think it was like the first one. Because I know Smeagol was in it in the most glorified cameo possible.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't like that movie.
Yeah, I wasn't too big on the Hobbit movies. I love Lord of the Rings. I watch those movies all the time. But the Hobbit, he went.
I don't really know what it was because I was like watching it and like it seems like it's kind of the same, but
yeah,
I don't know. There's like a lot of meandering. There's like a little bit of ridiculousness to it that wasn't really in Lord of the Rings, and I mean. Like, the whole last part of this movie is just kind of ridiculous, like, for no reason. Like, again, this probably happens in the book. I didn't read the book, but, like, they get captured by fucking cave trolls and Smeagol. Like, just shit out of nowhere after they escape, like, the elves or whatever the fuck. But, like, I don't know. Like, it just felt really all over the place, and I just was not a fan. CG wasn't really that great either, for some reason.
No. It was bad. Well, the problem is that he used so much practical effects in the original Lord of the Rings, and then... This one, it was like he kind of went like Lucas on us and just went fully CG orcs and everything.
Yeah, because the orcs, like, I noticed some were like, I don't know if maybe some were practical, but that big white, the albino one was like just fully CGI, and like in the middle of it, it looks weird because like you can clearly tell he's fake, but some of the other ones are like, oh, that's like a suit or whatever. But yeah, it's weird.
Well, The Hobbit is a children's book. It had a different tone from Lord of the Rings, but it still was like kind of uneven or something.
Yeah. Plus the fact that they decided to split into 3 movies, they gotta throw in all this extra stuff. That's
if the other 2 movies are like this one, then I'm probably never gonna see those other 2 movies.
Yeah, you guys gotta save this conversation for the Hobbit cast coming out next month.
That's true. We've been talking way too much about the Hobbit.
Yeah, it's gonna be called. Lords of the Shire or something.
It's gonna be called Gimby Podcast.
There we go.
No, El Gumbo.
El Gumbo. El Gumbo.
Yeah. Did I see anything recently? I'm trying to think.
Yeah, I watched Avatar.
I watched James Cameron's Avatar yesterday again because I'm getting refreshed on that world for upcoming videos, which is a teaser for something. But I mean, it's fine movie. It looks amazing visually. Love all that kind of stuff. There's ideas in it that I really liked, but ultimately I was just kind of so by the numbers. I was like, all right. I mean, nothing too spectacular here, but James Cameron is a true visionary, so anything he puts out, I'll pretty much watch it. So, which is why I'm looking forward to the Avatar sequels. I know a lot of people were like, "Why aren't you guys looking forward to those?" Because we talked about those in the last episode a lot. Like, the other 4 movies coming out.
Oh yeah.
We were kind of like, I don't know, why is this necessary and stuff. But I mean, just on a technological and visual level, I'm looking forward to seeing what he does. But beyond that, I think he has to increase the story and characters to get us to to get it be more interesting, I think, overall. But those are my thoughts on Avatar. So moving forward to next week, which is going to be May 5th, we have the long-awaited Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 and a bunch of shitty indie movies. I don't know what any of these are. I don't know any of these. I've never heard of any of these. Okay, but obviously, who's not looking forward to Guardians 2?
You know what? I'm not that I'm not looking forward to it. I just don't have that high of expectations as maybe I once had. Or for the first film, because I was a very big fan of that. And for this film, even in the marketing, like I got hyped during the trailers, but after it kind of sizzled down fairly quick. And going into the movie next week, I've heard some mixed reviews, and I kind of expected that. So,
I mean, there's some mixed reviews. Is that like a 53 on Rotten Tomatoes? And oh wait, no, never mind.
53.
It's got a high mark on Rotten Tomatoes.
87.
That's that other movie.
James,
what do you think of Guardians 2?
I'm not looking forward to the crazy amount of business. I can tell you that much.
Jeez.
You'll hear all the post-credit scenes every other hour through the walls that is.
Oh my god! And apparently there's going to be like 5 of them. So
Yeah.
Only one of which apparently is important.
You gotta watch the opening night. You gotta be there working that shift opening night that Thursday.
Yeah. I mean, I want to watch it opening night, but I'm working that day, so I gotta wait.
Yeah.
No. Plus, I said to my family that I plan on taking them. So.
Okay, but you're looking
nice.
forward to the movie, right? Like you're amped up, or?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Okay.
I don't expect it to be as good as the first, but at the same time, I don't think the Guardians of the Galaxy movies are really movies to be taken that seriously. I think they're just meant to be like a lot of fun, a lot of fun eye candy, and I think James Gunn does a really good job with that. Like, I really loved what he did with the first one.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to what he does with the second one. Plus, Baby Groot. I mean, I think everybody's looking forward to that.
No, hate that Groot guy.
Yeah,
You
I'll
guys
say
are
this as a
awful.
really big fan of the first one. Like I am like one of the biggest advocates for the first film. I love that one. But the second one,
I
I'm
do
just not
think
as
the
hyped
first one,
as I felt like I should be. But
Yeah. Like, I don't know, because like, I do like the first one as much as I've shit on it before, which I don't think I've ever shit on it like on a podcast, but like to other people. But like, I think it's a good movie. This one, I don't know. Like, it just feels, I don't know what it is about the marketing. It just feels kind of weird, and it just feels like it's not really trying to do anything outside of just capture what the first one was good and just do that again. And I mean, I guess there's nothing wrong with that, but I don't know. It just feels like more of the same from what I've seen in the trailers. And a friend of mine who has seen the movie in England has told me that it's not nearly as good as the first one. So I don't know. That's just him though, but I don't know. We'll see.
yeah, we could all see next week, and we could all be blown away, or you know.
Well, I know I'm seeing it midnight because it's the last day of work, and my sister said, "Let's go see Guardians." And I said, "Okay."
And then she said, "Let's get pizza and lasagna afterwards."
Yes.
There's
if
shots in
anything's
lasagna.
open.
Oh, shots.
I think they serve pizza at the theater, so
Okay.
The theater.
Yeah, Nick, you're not looking forward to it,
Theater.
or what are your thoughts?
I had said on record that I don't want to see any future comic movies in general, but I might have to just go and watch it. I might do like a movie marathon where I sneak in other movies and stuff. Like, I'll go watch something and then walk into it or something maybe. But
yeah.
I'm not like gonna go shell out opening full price $14 to go see it though. Definitely.
Oh no.
So, but yeah, those are my thoughts on it. Leave your thoughts down below if you guys are looking forward to Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, because I know a lot of people are. So don't, take what we say as anything, really. Just go watch the movie if you're looking forward to it, obviously.
And no spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers, too, if you're in the UK.
That's
Hopefully.
right, Randy.
But I think we kind of got through all of our stuff in the first segment, so moving on to the next segment, we talk about the news roundup. So first up, we have the Alien Covenant Prologue that they released. It was a short film called The Crossing. Prologue, The Crossing. It kind of bridges the gap between Prometheus and Covenant. Shows us what happened to Shaw and David after they left the engineer planet at the end of the first movie, and then their whole destination and goal was to get to the engineer's homeworld. That's what she set out to do, and it looks like they actually reached that point in the little short film that we're seeing here. So, Michael, what did you think of it?
I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah.
I think what they're doing with this whole prologue on their YouTube channel, Fox, for promoting the movie, I think it's really brilliant, because it's familiarizing the audience with what's going to be in Alien Covenant without giving, I think, too much weight to the actual, main plot and story. And just it's sort of like a DLC before seeing the movie. And I think it looks great.
It's a season pass.
It's a season pass for free, pretty much.
No,
it looks
shit.
great. We're seeing this connective tissue from Prometheus that connects into this movie. It's refreshing the audience. Overall, I think it was well shot as well, and looks great. I thought it was awesome.
Okay, Luke, what do you think of the little short film?
Yeah, I'm with Mikey. I thought it was really cool, and I really do like the promotion that they've been doing with Alien Covenant. Just they've been showing like all these little different aspects, and the fact that they keep I just like the fact that Prometheus is still really strong in terms of, like, they actually went out of their way to show, like, the continuation of, like, Shaw and David. I thought that was really cool. Mm-hmm. But, I don't know, just, like, seeing them get to the planet and seeing David, like, preparing for what seems like an attack, like, that was really cool. It makes me more interested than ever at, like, what happened between that and Covenant.
Yeah. I think, yeah, I'm right there with you guys that a lot of the marketing materials for the movie, like, in terms of the viral stuff, like, they did a bunch of, like, crew message things which were really cool. The trailers have been cut together well. These prologues have been good. They did one a few months ago called Last Supper, which was kind of focusing on the new characters, like the crew of this Covenant ship. This one was more so the other Prometheus characters, so I really do like that aspect of it. And the cool thing is I'm actually going to be able to see it during the press screening next Friday, May 5th, at Fox, so
nice.
I'm going to be able to see it there, and my review will be up on the channel the next day, Saturday, when the embargo lifts, so stay tuned for that. But James, what do you think of this little viral piece?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much with everyone here. I thought it was really cool. So I really like the design of the engineer's homeworld. It looks very like ancient Greek, ancient Roman. So I think the design is really cool. I guess I'm wondering, with this, how much of what they're showing is going to play into Alien Covenant. Like, are they going to mention it? Are they going to show any more of, like, the engineer's homeworld? So I think that'll be very interesting to see what Alien Covenant decides to do with this info.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like, it's got me more hyped and ready for Alien Covenant, and thank goodness we're only a couple of weeks away.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are also kind of questioning, like, what happens directly after where it cuts off, and then what happens to Shaw, because we only see her last get put into that pod to go to sleep. So is she aware of what David's doing, or is she just he just leave her asleep in there? It's like, alright, I'm gonna just kind of destroy everything.
Peace out, die.
It's like she wakes up, oh, by the way, I kind of just killed everybody. Oh, whoops. Yeah, it's so I think that's the question that a lot of people have, like, what's going on? Is Shaw awake? What's happened to her? What's gonna happen with the engineers and things like that? So I'm definitely looking forward to it. Like, I can't wait. Obviously, I've been talking about the movie for probably months now, getting hyped up for it. So it's so close. It's right there. But moving on to our next topic, we got the first trailer for Kingsman: The Golden Circle. James, what did you think of it?
I cannot wait for this movie. I remember when the first one came out, I remember seeing a poster and a standee, and I was saying to myself, what kind of movie is this? Like, it seemed like one of those, like, other generic spy movies. But then I went to go see it, and I'm watching, like, hey, this is really good. And then I find out later that it's from the same creator of Kick-Ass. I'm like, okay, very cool. And by the time it got to the church scene, it was just like, okay, this is hands down one of the best movies I've seen this year.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to the statesman aspect of this movie. Like, how do they operate, and what's their culture like?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Channing Tatum's character, definitely. But Luke, what do you think of the trailer?
I thought it was really cool too. Yeah, Kingsman was definitely, I think, when was that? It was like
2014, I think.
Was it February?
February 2015.
Yeah. Oh, 2015. Okay.
Yeah, that was definitely, like, probably one of my favorite movies of that year, just period.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to see more of that. And I mean, like, I know I said earlier with, like, Guardians more of the same, but I mean, this kind of feels like it, but they're still adding, like, differing elements and stuff into it that kind of makes me more interested in it. And I don't know, because, like, again, it just looks like it's really fun and really entertaining. It's a lot like the last one. The last one was, like, high octane.
But dude,
like,
but this is, this movie is from the mind of Mark Millar.
Well, this movie just continues that trend of movies being better than the actual book.
Mark Millar, the goat
Exactly.
licker. Yeah. I can't.
Yeah.
Like, have you actually read Kick-Ass by Mark Millar? The actual graphic novel, it's awful. It's terrible.
Okay.
Worst thing.
I've heard it was okay. But
it's not.
Well,
but whatever.
one of my managers was saying that the Kingsman graphic novel he thought was just garbage.
Oh, I'm sure it's awful as well because again, Mark Millar wrote it. So
Well, Matthew Vaughn is the director of these ones, so yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, yeah, it's weird. Like
able to spin shit into gold.
Well, yeah, like all the Mark Millar projects that he's written, like for some reason, make good movies. Go figure.
Michael, any thoughts on the Kingsman trailer?
You guys pretty much got all of my thoughts. I thought it was a solid trailer. You know, it really shows. What I liked about the Kingsman movies was Matthew Vaughn's direction, and his directing style and his flair. And from this trailer, it really seems like that's going to be, you know, done once more and then some, with the introduction of characters that look like going to be a hoot, like Halle Berry, Channing Tatum. We're also seeing the return of Colin Firth, although if I had to like say some things that I didn't like about this trailer, it would probably be I kind of felt underwhelmed by the return of his character at the end of the trailer. I thought they kind of just threw it in there. I think maybe in another trailer with the story kind of aspect, they could have showed that instead of just kind of throwing it at the last minute. But overall, it looks like it's awesome, and I'm super excited for this film.
What about the villain, Julianne Moore? She's going to be the villain.
Yeah, she looks like she's going to be dope.
Because Sam Jackson was great as the villain in the first movie.
And I think they know that. I think they know that like their villain is gonna be. It needs to be on par with Sam Jackson. So
Like,
I hope
funny,
they did
have
a good job.
good side.
Yeah, just the whole world that they're in and the flair and style.
Yeah, the
is
universe.
just so awesome. It's
Yeah,
really
it's like
awesome.
it's like the John Wick universe, no?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
okay.
definitely.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the movie. Trailers got me hyped up. I love the first Kingsman. I definitely, because I'm trying to think, like 2015. Honestly, like that might have been my favorite comic movie of that year. Now that I think about it, because I remember like
Yeah.
Age of Ultron came out that year. I'm trying to think what else was it, Ant-Man or something. It was two.
Ant-Man. Yep.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I don't remember. Was there a Fox movie that year? Or was it X-Men or something? Or
Fan Four Stick.
oh, was it Fan? Okay, yeah, never mind.
That's right.
Yeah, so
Sorry
definitely
about that.
Kingsman was the most solid movie of that comic bunch. But I mean, I can't wait for this one. I'm just really curious to see how they're gonna explain the return of Colin Firth's character, and then the growth of Eggsy, Channing Tatum, the statesman. That angle. I think it's gonna be a really fun, action-packed ride that I think is gonna be interesting too. Because I don't think it's been a kind of a while before, like since we've gotten like a spy movie. I think, right? Like,
Yeah.
so
At least not one like this.
Yeah.
I mean, they had a. Was like.
when was the
did
last
Spectre come
Bond?
out?
Was that
You
last
had-
year?
Well, you had
It was Spectre last year.
no Spectre was 2015.
Okay.
Okay, well there you go.
Well,
Well, yeah, then
yeah.
Kingsman was the better spy movie of that.
Yeah,
Exactly.
definitely. So yeah, I mean, I'm so hyped for this movie, but I think we gonna set our piece on Kingsman. So moving on to another franchise movie, Jurassic World 2 confirmed that Jeff Goldblum's Ian Malcolm is returning, and that one of the characters has a direct connection to John Hammond from the original Jurassic Park films. So, Michael, what was your reaction to hearing the news? First, Jeff Goldblum confirmed to return, and then the newer news that John Hammond's legacy is kind of going to be affecting this movie now again.
Hey man, you know Jeff Goldblum is a solid actor. Hearing his return is dope. I can't wait to see what they're gonna do exactly.
Yeah.
And the whole legacy aspect, I think that's interesting how that's gonna tie into the story. My boy's busy. He's in Thor Ragnarok now. He's in Jurassic again. It's interesting year.
Yeah. So just to clarify, the character is played by James Cromwell, who has the connection to John Hammond. He's playing Benjamin Lockwood, who was the business partner of John Hammond back in the day. So that's kind of interesting. I guess he's gonna be dealing with the blowback of Jurassic World and like trying to pick up the pieces for InGen or something like that. So I'm curious to see how that angle is gonna play out. But I love Jeff Goldblum's Ian Malcolm in the original films, so I'm really hyped up to see his return. Luke, what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I mean, that's a way to kind of sell me on it because I don't know, because like you said, I do like Jeff Goldblum's character in the original film.
Yeah.
The Jim Hammond thing, I guess that's more of a way to just kind of legitimize the fact that this is still like with Jurassic Park and everything. Did he even have a reference or anything in the first Jurassic World, or was it just like the park?
John Hammond,
is
I
here.
think there was maybe some reference. I'm not sure though.
Yeah, I guess the park itself is a reference, but I mean, it does get me a little bit more excited. I do like Jeff Goldblum. I do think he's a really great actor. I'm glad he's in more stuff. I just hope he's used to his full potential in these big blockbuster movies, but
yeah,
we'll see.
Okay, James, any thoughts on Ian Malcolm coming back and the new details?
I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, because I think you can't really have Jurassic Park or anything Jurassic related without like Jeff Goldblum or
Neil
Sam
Grant.
Neill. Yeah.
Or was it Neil? No, it's not like Neil Grant. Alan Grant is the guy from the first movie.
Yeah, played by Sam Neill. That's probably why you get the names confused. Yeah, yeah. No, I'm really glad that Jeff Goldblum's going to be coming back. I'm be really curious to see what he's going to do with Jurassic World.
Mm-hmm.
As far as like the other news about James Cromwell's character, I mean, with only that connection, I'm curious to see, what exactly they're gonna do. But like at this moment right now, I'm kind of indifferent, probably just because of the lack of info. But yeah, bring on Jeff Goldblum. I hope he brings his Jeff Goldblumness, just like he did with the first one. Yeah. Not Lost World Jeff Goldblum.
Oh, Lost World? No, that's good. No, or
what? Did either of you see Lost World?
I did. Yeah.
Lost World was just a slog.
Damn, there were some interesting ideas in there, concepts.
Yeah, there's good concepts, but I mean, still, it's a boring fucking movie.
Yeah. Like the only Jurassic movies that I've really enjoyed are the first one and
3.
Okay, so well, here's the thing. I saw Jurassic Park
3.
I remember seeing Jurassic Park 3 at a drive-in movie theater, and it was like midnight when I went to go see this, so
Ooh.
I barely remember like that movie.
Good.
The less you remember, the better.
So,
yeah.
Just speaking generally, wrapping up on Jurassic World 2, I believe right now they're about halfway through the shoot on the movie, on set, getting through it, filming.
They're finished Gauntlet.
What was that?
They're halfway done Gauntlet. They're going to appear in it.
Oh, yeah. No, but I'm just saying that there's some really cool set photos coming out recently. Like, I think there was one of, like, I think it was a Spinosaurus skeleton on display somewhere, and then there was another one that had a new hybrid dinosaur that looked like some weird, like, kind of carnivore mixed with, like, a, what was it, what was the one with, like, the, shit. I'm trying to think of I don't know, some weird hybrid dinosaur, though. It looked cool, though.
It's going to be the Pepsi-saurus.
Yeah, maybe.
Product placement Oris.
Pepsi. The Coke-saurus. Just a Coke bottle running at you. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm looking forward to Jurassic World 2, definitely. Everything we've heard about the movie, it sounds like what I wanted Jurassic World to be, because I thought that one was just, like, too, just, like, goofy at times or something. I don't know. It kind of took me out of it. I was hoping for, like, something more on the lines of the first movie, which I felt was, like, realistic, had good characters, good writing, a solid story that was rooted in realism, personally, what I felt, and just had that sense of adventure to it or something, just amazement, which I thought the sequels lacked, definitely. So hopefully it all works out in the end. But our last news story that we have is that Sony finally officially announced the Masters of the Universe He-Man reboot movie, and that Mick G is no longer directing it, with David Goyer now attached to the script, right?
No.
Why Goyer? Why? Anybody? I'll even take Damon. No, never mind. Not that guy, actually. No,
never.
I'll take Alex Kurtman and Orchi Cortsy, whatever their name is.
Orchi and Cortby.
Yeah, those two idiots. Mike, what are your thoughts on this news? He-Man's coming back.
Good luck, fam.
I mean, it could work if they do it right.
It could, but there's also been, previous attempts at trying to revise.
This is
franchises.
A Sony property too. Keep in mind.
Exactly. There's the fact that it's Sony and other older, 80s, whatever kind of, properties that are based off of nostalgia trying to come back that haven't worked out the best recently.
Yeah, Ghostbusters.
Yeah, with many others. So
They're getting ready to reboot Gremlins, from what I understand too.
So best
No.
of luck. Give it a try. You know, I think there's still a decent people who would be interested in He-Man. Maybe the new generation would be interested by seeing memes of like, "Hey, yeah," you know, they want to know where that's from. So
He has to do that.
Give it a
in the
go.
movie. Yeah, James, any thoughts on this news?
I could see a He-Man movie working if they sort of go the route like the Lego movie, or basically here's what they need to do is, first of all, we need to acknowledge that the original He-Man show was pretty silly. By acknowledging that it's silly and sort of going in a direction to make the movie kind of silly, kind of make it a parody, I think it could work. Here's the problem: David Goyer. And you know David Goyer is going to try to throw in some bullshit, like dark, depressing stuff that's not needed.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Yeah.
This is a Sony property. Keep in mind. I just gotta keep remembering.
And that's the other problem. Sony. Like, Sony's track record is, kind of on shaky ground. I mean, once in a while, you'll get something pretty solid, but I don't know.
Yeah, Luke, any thoughts on this news? He-Man reboot? Oh, good.
Skeletor lives!
Yeah, but I don't know. I just want to see Skeletor. That's all I care about.
Who would you cast as Skeletor?
Who would I cast? Oh, jeez.
Seth Rogen?
Oh, you know who could do it? Who could do
Who?
Skeletor?
Who?
Jared Leto?
Jared Leto?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah. I was gonna say that's what I was gonna bring up. That right now, the current head of the studio at Sony is Tom Rothman, who notoriously screwed Fox over for about a decade, and in his first year at Sony as head of studio, has had every film that he has greenlit bomb and flop. And they have filed that they lost $719 million off their Sony Pictures division. So
Damn.
obviously, they're in the gutters right now. So
Yeah.
Loses $719 million. Still on top.
yeah,
I guess they need a franchise. It's either this or Barbie. One of them's gonna hit. One of them's gonna be a home run.
Well, I think they're banking on Spider-Man: Homecoming to maybe bring the back up a bit, but chances are most of the profits are going to go to Marvel.
Yeah, they're gonna have help. Well, no, I don't think Marvel gets any of the profits for a movie produced by Sony. I thought that was part of the deal.
Oh.
yeah. Sony gets all the profit.
They're pretty much doing volunteer work. Like,
Yeah.
So yeah,
But, I mean,
so
like,
the
they're
whole
gonna make a
studio
lot of
is
money.
banking on this movie.
Yeah, they're gonna make a lot of money, and they're gonna be like, all right, now we can do it on our own. Thanks, bye. And they're gonna take them away.
No, wait, no. The Emoji Movie. That's what's going to save Sony.
I'm telling you guys, I think the Emoji Movie is gonna be a hidden gem. I think. I'm not saying that just because it comes out on my birthday. I actually think.
What would that have to do with anything? What does
know.
that matter?
I don't know. I just feel like saying it.
I was talking to
I'm not just saying it because I blessed it with my birthday money.
yeah.
It'll be good, guys.
I was talking to the guys about the idea of a He-Man reboot before we started recording, and I showed them this leaked concept art from. I don't know if this is the same version of the film. I know that they've been trying to work on this reboot for, I think, since like 2013, and the film's producer back then, I don't know if he's still on it, but he had tweeted out an image of the Battle Cat in I think 2014 with like the hashtag like Masters of the Universe, and when I saw that I was like, oh, that looks pretty cool actually. I wonder what direction they're going, and that was it for like 3 years. So I mean, man, there's potential for it, but I just don't see it happening with Sony's regime and Goyer and just. I mean, they had Big G on direct. I mean, come on. What?
The Charlie's Angels director?
They had him as a director, but he left. Or they dumped him, whatever. I don't know. But he was on board to direct it.
He saw what they were doing.
It's
Like, no. I can't do this to He-Man, of all things. And he left.
It's like, goodbye.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, they could
I don't know,
they could
man.
make a cool franchise out of it if they did it right, but I just don't see it happening with Sony. I really don't. It's unfortunate. But yeah, I think does that end our show off on a depressing note? I mean, goddamn Sony, the shitty.
Yeah.
That is the end of Hybrid Movies. Thank you guys again for checking this episode out. If you have any thoughts on any of the news topics that we talked about this episode, leave them down below. And if you want to ask us questions for next week's episode, drop them in the comment section with the hashtag AskHybridMovies. And if you want to follow me on social media to tweet questions at me or just talk about movies and stuff, you can follow me on Twitter at who's_Nick. Luke, where can people find you?
I am at HybridLurk on Twitter, so you can give me a follow there if you wish to. I only have 2 people, so y'all need to pick up the ball and follow me.
Jeez. Okay. James,
and one of them is CJ.
Social media at?
No, you can all find me on Twitter at HairBeverage. Y'all can follow me right there. Leave any comments, questions, whatever you need.
Okay. Michael, any social media you want to plug?
Yeah, y'all can find me over on my YouTube channel at Farewell34 and over on my social medias at Farewell34, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I made a Facebook page recently, so feel free to shoot me over there.
Okay, cool. All right, so that's it. Thank you guys, and we'll catch you next time.